Top of the morning, fight fans. This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Tyson, the Gypsy King Fury. Listen, I have a serious question to ask you guys concerning Tyson Fury, okay? And a lot of people have inboxed me with rumors, other people's videos, that Tyson Fury was floored and knocked out in sparring ahead of his preparation to fight Wilder the third time. So, let me counterpunch, okay? What do we know? We know that Tyson Fury's father has came out and praised Jared Anderson for being one hell of a sparring partner. Okay, well, you can look at that, or you can look into that and kind of see, okay, well, if he was that good, that means he must have did some impressive stuff for Papa Fury to give praise to. Okay, we know this. We know Jared Anderson was giving him hell, according to Bob Arum, right? And the latest we've heard was Michael Hunter that said, hey, I know he wasn't doing well in sparring camp, in training. But does that mean he was knocked out or knocked down? Well, no, it doesn't. But it does tell us that Tyson Fury immediately got out of that fight and postponed it. And it does make a lot of sense, though, if he did use that COVID-19 to get out of that fight at that point in time, to prolong that fight, because you can learn a lot from other people. We heard that happen to Anthony Joshua. Anthony Joshua looked fucked up. When he fought Andy Ruiz the first time and he came over here and he fought Joey DeWaco. Joey DeWaco fucked Joshua up. He did. And Joshua looked like Tyson Fury looked. Okay, we seen how Tyson Fury looked. Look at that picture there. He looked like somebody has gave him the business. Now, you have to factor this in. You look at Tyson Fury's face, and then you factor in the fact that, yo, you had protection. That wasn't full contact. He had headgear on. So how's he having scars on his cheeks, his lip, right? Look at those abrasions. So maybe he did pull back because maybe he caught a punch or two, little too hard, that might have caused some damage, and he needed time to recoup. But as far as getting knocked out, Malik Scott was like, well, hey, if you hear something like that leaked, there's actually truth to it. You know, but then again, that's Malik Scott talking. The same guy that Tyson Fury bust his fucking eardrum. So, you know, I think that's more of a delightful thing to hear if you're on that side of the street. So you can't take that for cash value. You know what I mean? But again, it's something delightful to hear. So if you are a guy and you're fixated on training the opposite guy like Malik Scott is, anything you hear from Team Tyson, you're going to want to exploit, express, promote. So one thing that can't be said, though, that can't be denied, is Tyson Fury indeed got out of that fight. And the time that they say that they needed or whatever, it's too much time. You know, I think they played it safe. If he did get beat up and he did get knocked out, they must have been afraid of a concussion and they didn't want to go in there half-cocked. If that happened, they had one hell of an alibi, COVID-19. COVID-19 has been the get out of jail free card for a lot of people for a very long time. No, like seriously. I mean, because if you have anything that you wanted to do, or you didn't want to go to work, you can pull, hey, I got COVID. Stay home. right? Just stay at home, because at the end of the day, people don't want to take the risk if you're lying or not. But in this case, it's easier to believe that he got knocked out or got really hurt bad in sparring than to believe he had COVID-19, because of the way he was walking around exposing himself to people, or exposing people to himself. Counterpunch. So again, did he get knocked out or dropped? I don't know. Those are rumors. But then I would believe the rumors of that, or I would believe that over, hey, he had COVID-19 and you seen him out renting cars and shaking hands and giving hugs. I would believe that over, because that makes more sense. If I got knocked out, hey, let me pull the COVID card, and then okay, I'm off the hook, so yeah, hey, there you go. And then what happened, they had to cover it up, because people were then starting to wake up like, what's wrong with Tyson? When he tested positive for COVID? So that alarmed people. So what they started doing, what they did, then they took a test. See, we found out about that negative test after he was shaking people's hands. So even if he was negative, people didn't even know it was negative, including him. So if Tyson Fury didn't know he was negative or not, he shouldn't have been doing what he was doing. So it doesn't excuse anything. So what makes sense is Jared Anderson, probably with Efe Ajagba, both combined, was tapping that ass, probably dropped him, maybe even knocked him out. Either way, I think something stopped that training camp to consider postponing it. And I don't think Corona or COVID-19 had anything to do with it. But anyway, you guys tell me what you think about this question. I will leave this question for a questionnaire to ask. Was he knocked out, or did he legitimately have COVID? You guys vote to tell me what you think. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.